this time last year, we had just started our follow-up exploration in the Central Mineral Belt in Labrador. We made a discovery fairly quickly in that follow-up called the two-time zone, and this time last year we just actually started following up that with groundwork. We trenched it, we found some interesting mineralization on surface, and then in December we drilled it. In March we continued some drilling and we intersected a very wide zone, significant zone, 30 meters of 0.1% uranium oxide, which is 2 pounds per ton. So essentially today's price is about $200 a pound, $200 a ton in value. And big wide zone, it's up to 200 meters wide, low grade, 300 to 400 parts per million, or 0.35, essentially 0.6 to 0.7 pounds per ton. But again, even that is $70 rock. So good grade and an interest and a new zone, nothing found before. So that's our major discovery for the last year. Well, we're going to continue working on our two-time zone. We're also carrying on exploration on the rest of our properties because obviously we got into that two-time zone very quickly. Didn't have much time last year. And in Canada, we can't work very much in the wintertime except for the drilling. So we're concentrating now in the next couple of months before the snow comes in generating targets that we can then drill over the winter so that we can have new information coming out through the winter, which is what we did last year on the two-time zone. We have some new discoveries on the eastern end of the Central Mineral Belt called the 649 showing. We have some new discoveries on the Central Mineral Belt Northwest property where the two-time is, and we will be drilling all of those hopefully this winter. The share price has responded reasonably well. We were affected like everybody else with the meltdown a few weeks ago with the mortgage-backed securities problem. We weren't involved in it, but what happened was a lot of people just sold off their good stocks to pay for the stocks that they had margined on other side. We were in the $1.20, $1.30 range at that point. We dropped down to 70 cents for a day. We jumped back up again, and we're now trading in the 130 to 150 range. We hit $1.49 today, and it'll be close to $1.32. So we've obviously we're back in that same area. Jim Dines, who's one of the major letter writers in the U.S., is recommending us as a buy, and we think that's going to make a lot of difference to our share price. So we see us moving up gradually over the next few months as we release results. Well, that's a difficult one to play. I've had that question a number of times during this conference. The major thing I think is that we're in uranium primarily. Uranium I don't think has anywhere to go but up. I don't see it dropping because the demand is still outstripping supply, and from what I've heard from people that seem to be in the know, that that's going to continue for 7, 8, maybe more years. And if that's the case, if demand is outstripping supply, then the pressure on the price is up. It is not down. So from a uranium perspective, we expect uranium to stay where it is and gradually move up over the next number of years. And I think Jim Dines reflected that in his comments today. I think they should buy it right now because it's a bargain. Once we announced our results there back in March, our stock hit $2.30 from the 30 to 40 cent range. It's dropped back into the 130, 140 range. That was prior really to Jim Dines recommending us. He has a big following. We had a number of people come by our booth today say that they've actually bought the stock on Jim Dines' recommendations. So we think that's going to continue. He's promoting us quite heavily at this show here in Las Vegas, and we think that's going to continue. So we see the stock price appreciating over the next number of years, our next number of months, as we release information and as we get wider known, particularly in the U.S.